Welcome back to another rebuild here on Madden 26, as today we're going to be rebuilding the Atlanta Falcons, a team I'm trying to get to somewhat early because I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I think they could be the real deal, especially at quarterback. Michael Penix Jr., really good Week 1 performance against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team in their own right that looks very good. It is a team that, I'm not going to bet on them to do it, but if you told me they were in the Super Bowl or they're going to be in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be surprised. I definitely wouldn't be surprised. I think they have a pretty good offense, and they got, the right amount of pieces on the defensive side of the ball for the most part. So, of course, very tough opponent between two bitter rivals, and the Falcons just fell short, right? There was some issues. Offensive line wasn't great at times. Run game was really rough. Creativity in that run game obviously struggling. And then really just, where's that second wide receiver? Where is wide receiver 2 on this team? Is it really Ray McLeod? Of course, now that Younghoe Koo misses a very makeable field goal on top of it. But yeah, looking at the rights and the wrongs of this team, I like quarterback a lot. 74 overall here in this rebuild might be a little concerning. So that's kind of why I want to get to them early enough to before, Penix is like an 82 overall. And it's like, oh, yeah, he's a good quarterback. We don't have to worry about it. Of course, Bijan, again, didn't really play well on the ground, but very good in the receiving game. So obviously a great player. Change of direction's insane. Speed's insane. He is that guy. Drake London, obviously, kind of like the next Mike Evans, if you will, coincidentally enough. And then again, where's wide receiver 2? Where's wide receiver? I wouldn't say 3 because Ray, he's been good for what he's supposed to be. And then, of course, Kyle Pitts. I'm not buying into it. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, Pitts. That route was sick. The one where Penix ignored you and dove in for the touchdown himself. It was pretty sick. It was pretty slick. It was smooth. But I'm not buying into it. This is the Kyle Pitts show that usually gets canceled after 8 episodes. I'm not doing it. Of course, offensive line, McGarry, I don't know why he's always been normal dev, but he just is. Of course, Jake Matthews is definitely going to be retiring soon here for us, right? 33, he's probably going to retire this season. So some issues, especially in the offensive line. But other than that, I actually kind of like the offense. So we'll see what happens with them in the rest of the season in real life. And then defense, a lot of promise with these edge rushers. Pierce looked really solid. Still need some work on the interior of the D-line, but, cornerbacks, safety, especially with Bates, hell, with Bowman. I suppose you kind of have to start Watts because he's hidden dev, but they've got some young players. This is a team that I feel was drafted and built up a little bit lately by like a Madden franchise lover, and I think it's kind of showing already. I think Atlanta is definitely... It's a stock you want to buy into, and obviously in Madden we're going to have some issues here. The entire interior of the D-line, every off-ball linebacker needs to be replaced, even though in real life you don't hate Diablo as a starter, right? You don't hate Ellis, and then of course on offense you got some O-linemen, but this is a team that I think could sneak into the playoffs, so we'll see what happens. Right now they are a rebuild team. 5 weeks from now in real life, they could be one of the top 15 power ranking favorites. Hell, they might already be. I haven't really paid attention to the power rankings. But of course, if you guys end up enjoying this rebuild, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification to all if you are or aren't. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Players Not Madden content. We're going to have Borderlands 4, I would say as soon as maybe Monday or Tuesday. And then the biggest thing you can do for me is let me know in the comment section below which team you would like rebuilt next. I'm kind of working on like a 10 to 15 year rebuild for a team. So that team you might suggest could be the team itself. But other than that, let me know, and let's get into this rebuild where I'm going to call it year 5. I'm going to project year 5 as the Super Bowl win, or just not at all. We'll see. Also, if you're actually a Falcons fan, please let the Falcons win. Somehow help them beat the Vikings on Sunday Night Primetime. The Vikings got a young quarterback too. They don't need the motivation. I need you to crush their spirits. Thank you. That's all I asked for. By the way, look at this national weakness. This is diabolical. If you watch any of our rebuilds, you know that interior of the offensive line is our bread and butter when it comes to drafting for offensive linemen. And they're like, hey, you know what? Left guard, right guard, and center, it sucks. Don't even try. I still think I'm going to set that focus because this is what their, expertise is. So I still get an expertise on the offensive lineman positions, even if it's a weakness. Their idea of weakness could be like, oh, there's only 4 good left guards and 2 good centers and 2 good right guards. Well, if I draft 2 of those guys, it's a win of a draft for me. I don't really care what everyone else is doing. Well, so let's take a look at the cap. So obviously we'll have some issues, I imagine, with Kirk Cousins, but other than him, I don't know. This is a tough one for me because I definitely am keeping Kyle Pitts, and I know Caden Ellis is not a bad player for this team. But outside of Kyle Pitts, like Algier, I know that they like him a lot, and it's pretty much irrelevant for us to keep him, but because of that realism, I kind of want to keep him. I'll do the 2-year 12. Outside of that, though, he's gone. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I've done Tyler Algier fair. 2-year 12 for an 81 overall, 25-year-old running back that's not very fast. I mean, where else is he finding that? Of course, Kyle Pitts, 4-year 36 is theft on both parts, because the way Kyle Pitts has played so far, I don't know if he's worth more than 8 to 12, 8 to 10 probably. It's hard to tell, dude, because Ferguson for the Cowboys is getting 12 per. The cap is just insane. Like, it really is. Either way, I'm probably going to let everyone else go. Hopefully that money returns to us some way. All right, headed to the playoffs. We had a really good season, and unfortunately it kind of tapered off. And even though we went 9-8, we kind of get the last couple of years Seahawks treatment, if you will. 9-8, not good enough to make the playoffs, unfortunately. But take a look at the numbers. Penix in this Falcons scheme, of course, a scheme I probably won't be changing from. Really good year. Bijan, touchdowns are low, but yards per carry isn't. Yards in general, solid. Receiving a little bit there as well for him. Pitts, a little disappointing. Mooney was actually really good. Could go up in dev. Drake London, a little disappointing, but we obviously did kind of put Mooney in that starting role to try and get him a dev up. Probably a little too late for him anyways, but why not? Drake London's already in the 90s. He's young. Don't really need it. Pass rush, look at these two. I think Atlanta would be very happy with these two, especially since, they kind of took a little bit of their future away to get this duo going. But Pierce, 13 sacks, 11 for Walker. There would be 0 regrets. Looking at the interceptions, Divine Diablo with 4 picks. Pretty insane. 3 for Bates, 2 for Ford, 1 for Watts, Bertrand, Terrell, Clark, Phillips, and Caden Ellis. So actually a decent amount of picks for once. Usually in Sim we don't even see that much. Young Waku missed 30% of his kicks. Hell, I mean, he's kind of on par for that in real life, so it's not really unrealistic. Bradley Pinion, 51.1. Kick return, punt return game, and no. Look at MVP. Joe Burrow wins MVP. See that so much. Not in the top 10 for Penix, unfortunately. Thought there was a chance, but no, he is not on it. Any award wins for us. Maybe Defensive Rookie of the Year. Of course, Parsons now Defensive Player of the Year for the Packers. Would be sick if it happens. Defensively, yes, we'll take it. Jalen Walker and James Pierce, number 1 and 2 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Huge season for those two. Of course, best running back at number 3, best quarterback at number 10, best wide receiver at number 5. O-line, you got almost the entire Eagles team there. We got Lindstrom at 7. D-line, no. Linebacker, no. Actually, the linebacker, yes, at 5 with Divine Diablo, all those picks. Bates at 6 for DB. And then kicking, obviously not on the list. Very close to making the playoffs, just fell short. I mean, this is, like I said, I think the Falcons can sneak in. This was an example of that. We almost snuck in. And crazy enough, we have a Titans-Niners Super Bowl. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think there's a lot of promise of Cam Ward, but the rest of that roster, I don't see it, Chief. They must have had the craziest trade deadline of all time as they win the Super... Brother, did I actually load up some, special, fantasy roster where it's oh, we've made the Avengers and slapped them on the Titans? No. That is wild. Hear me out. I appreciate a little bit of randomness. I appreciate that, it's not completely playbooks anymore, but also, what the F is that? What is that? How in the world are they even close? Hell, even Kirk Cousins retires. That helps us significantly. Look at the money. But in general, even the Niners, there's some potential there still. But even they, I don't know if they make the Super Bowl, Whereas the Titans, I'm pretty confident they're not going to. Of course, looking at the negotiations, 5th-year option for Bijan makes all the sense in the world to me. I've been offering Algier a bunch of contracts, and none of them have stuck. I am not doing that. I'm not doing it. Okay, well, I'll offer a little bit more. Again, it's on a 2-year. I'm not doing 3. Sure, I don't agree with that at all, but if that's what you believe, man, wouldn't hate the backup depth. I think in real life, they at least try to keep a safety, probably a Bikiti. But as far as us goes, yeah, not only do I know I can probably do better, which is weird, knowing and probably are 2 different things. Anderson goes to star, by the way, but there's just not a whole lot of longevity there, right? Might try to get Caden Ellis back. It's a 1-year, but I do like that, going for the older players actually is kind of feasible now because linebackers are actually really hard to develop and draft. Most of the guys are, any of the decent ones at least, are pretty down, up on the list, or they're really bad. Troy Anderson, he's just 27. I can't do it. I just can't do it. We're going to go to free agency where, honestly, hopefully there's at least a lineman, and hopefully there's a linebacker, which I don't think there's going to be either, as we see DJ Reader. We could use a DT, so DJ Reader is on my radar for sure. George Pickens. I don't see the Cowboys letting him go. Like, you make a trade of Micah Parsons to get contracts like George Pickens completed. So it's like, if you're not doing that, why'd you even trade him? You might as well have just kept him, you know? Unless you're so down bad that you can't afford him either, I guess. Pretty weak group of free agents, though, outside of Pickens, who, again, I don't see it as realistic that he's here. But even if, let's say, who cares? I want him anyways. I also just don't think we're going to get him. Like, where is this going to put us? You know, it's not very high. It's going to cost us $30 million per year to do that, which I'm not super interested in. Of course, Christian Watson got a 1-year deal worth 13, so we're not going to do that even if we wanted to. And yeah, like I said, I think we're probably going to maybe find a lineman or two, and then the draft is everything. So we tried to overhaul the defense. We offered a 2-year, maybe it wasn't 1 year, I don't remember. We offered $22 million for Reader. He said no. We offered a 4-year $32 for Ivan Pace. He said no. We got Tevin Jenkins, which, yeah, there's some injury concerns, but he's still a starter on this team. And then we paid a lot. A 2-year $30 for Nakobe Dean, but he is start-up. He's obviously very athletic, so that takes one of the linebacker needs away from us, so it's better than nothing. I also really like George Pickens as a Niner. I don't know why. We're in the draft, and of course, we mentioned that whole, they feel probably pretty good about their decision trading so much in the future, and that's because they have no first-round pick. Of course, we'd have pick 17 here in the first round, which is a pretty damn high draft pick, to be fair. So is that 17th pick overall worth it for the edge rusher? Absolutely. Not a question about it. Edge rusher would have been one of the top needs on our list, so we would have probably taken one here at 17 anyways. And obviously, Pierce has a much higher ceiling than pretty much everyone we'd be able to draft. So would that be the case in real life? I don't know. But in-game, yeah, I like the move quite a bit. We have a couple of wide receivers. None of them really that good, to be fair, but probably going to have to take one of them because Mooney's 28. He did go to Superstar, but he is just not a starter anymore. I'm sorry. Big thing we're going to do, though, move on to the next round because no matter what I do, I'm not trading up anywhere near the first round. So maybe, I say that, but, maybe I trade here to the Browns. But in the first round, no, I'm not doing that. Wait, excuse me? Excuse me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, this draft, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think about it. I think this draft is the same. So I'm pretty sure when you do like a weekly start, it's the same exact class. And I started on a longer rebuild. And I'm almost certain I drafted JJ Wayne. And if I'm not mistaken, he is actually normal development trade. Now, the thing is, I do need him. I need him quite a bit. So if I can get him, I'm going to take him. But at the same time, I'm actually pretty damn certain we've seen this draft. Well, the video is not going to be up until after this video is up anyways, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same. I don't know why they would do that, but that is something they've done in the past. Maybe I don't. Well, it's too late now. I was about to say, maybe I don't even want Wayne after all. He's a top fiver. I have to go for him. Actually, now that I'm remembering it, he is not normal dev. I think he's 78 overall hidden. Because I remember, I think I drafted this guy. Spoiler alert for whenever that rebuild comes out. Maybe you won't even notice when it does. But I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, this guy's going to be like 78 overall normal. I could live with that. But I'm pretty sure he was hidden. Yeah, hidden development trait. JJ Wayne. I think I wasted him in that rebuild, though. So it's kind of irrelevant. Like, I kind of like utilized someone else, I think. I don't even remember. Either way, we get ourselves a wide receiver. That's all that matters. Okay? We need other positions. Wide receiver is right up there with the rest of them. My thought process is kind of what the Bears did with Justin Fields. They tried to, at least, for his final year, is I don't know if this guy's the guy or not, but we're going to make sure there's no excuses. We're going to give him the best offense possible, see what happens. Now, they didn't really do that because they're missing some O-linemen and some other stuff, but in general, I'm not saying that that's the case of Penix, but I think when you got a quarterback, you think you've got your franchise guy, you surround him with talent, you don't care about anything else. I don't give a damn about the defense. I'm protecting my investment, my asset, my number one asset, the QB position, and we're just going to have a good offense. I don't care how bad the D is. And that's what we're doing here. That's all I can say about that. And yes, this is 100% the same draft. I don't remember all the linemen, but I definitely remember Knox and McClung. I don't even remember if they're hidden, to be fair. I think McClung is, but I don't know about Knox. I'm probably going to have to only do like 2 rebuilds a week then with these things because I need a new one every time. Is Jimmy Smiley the man? Is Jimmy Smiley that man? He's fast enough. He's a day 3er. I don't like it. I don't like it a lot, but I don't know, dude. Got a bunch of DTs, but they're all like nose tacklies. I think I'm going to take Knox. Again, I don't remember if he's hidden. I think he is, though. Let's take a look. 52 true talent. He is. Dude, if I would have taken a normal dev offensive lineman after technically doing this draft already, I would start raging. I don't think you understand. Let's go to the Browns, see what we can do. Wait, they would take McGarry for these. I mean, he is not a bad player. Interesting. I'm going to do it. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm trading off Caleb McGarry. He's 31 years old. I don't know how much that costed us. I don't even know his contract situation, but I need that draft pick pretty badly. I can end up just taking Chambers and putting him at right tackle. But first things first, I need Jimmy Smiley. I need a linebacker. This is probably going to be a bad pick. I'll be real with you. 55 true. Hidden dev. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that guy at all. Maybe I did take him. I don't know, but I'm pretty damn sure I don't remember him. But I do remember the lineman. 100%. I remember J.J. Wayne, the wide receiver, and I remember the lineman. I feel like talking about all this is just ruining the rebuild, so I'm going to stop now. Let's trade down to, I don't know, whatever is going to give us a couple of picks later on. Eagles give me at least an extra 7th, which, I mean, in theory, I can at least move up 2 7s to get to the 6, which usually you can get most UDFAs if you move up at least to the 6th round. Doing it again, Texans. Gets us to 15. Getting pretty close to being able to be, trade up some things to get to like another 5th round pick if we wanted. Got a couple of Rams here. Let's see what we can do with the Rams. See if we can turn those 7s into 2 5ths. Highly doubt it, but you never know. Future stuff obviously can do the heavy lifting if we need to. And there you have it. Bunch of 6, a bunch of 7ths. Our future is completely cooked. But you know what? If any of these guys are halfway decent, which I'm pretty sure McClung at least I know is hidden, I think. Okay, he is hidden. As far as the rest of the draft goes, though, I really don't know. I have no idea. Chambers, was he? I don't know. I really don't. We really need a DT as well. We're going to go Nelson Chambers. I mean, I need a whole O-line. Maybe I don't need them all right now, but I will need them at least like as soon as next year, maybe. Hidden dev. We went really hard. Like really hard on the O-line, but that's fine. That's fine. DT's a bunch of nose tackle types, which I don't know how to feel about that, but I think you just have no choice. Who's the best of that nose tackle group, though? I think it was Torres I liked the most. And it was actually Firth. So Firth is going to be the guy we take. Aaron Firth, 34 true, normal development trade, but he'll be a starter just based on overall alone. Like, our DT position sucks. All right, draft recap, 16 million left, which is actually not a whole lot of money considering we'd even get like someone like Reader, but J.J. Wayne, Eric Knox, Smiley, McClung, Chambers, and Firth. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the players. J.J. Wayne, 92 speed, 90 acceleration. I think star dev. And I do know I changed the guy's face as well because I just didn't like the way it looked to the body. Star development trait. Yeah, I don't know what to do with the future then. I guess we just start... Oh, wrong thing. I guess we just start somewhere in the off-season every time. Just like preseason, I suppose, and then call it a day. Because obviously, I don't want the same draft classes every time. It just kind of defeats the purpose. The first year is just the same every time. Then we have Eric Knox. Is he a center? He looks like a center to me, so he's going to start as our center. Of course, we did really well for the trenches, which, again, I think, if you've got problems on both sides of the ball, if you can do, I mean, hey, if you, more power to you. If you're able to replicate or affix 2 different spots in one draft, 2 different sides of the ball, but usually you can't spread yourself that thin. So focusing on that offense, I think, is smart. Smiley. Oh, yeah, I definitely did not draft this guy. Superstar X Factor. All right, I've outdone myself because I 100% did not draft an X Factor linebacker in that one. I'll tell you that much. That is a hell of a draft pick. Lloyd McClung. I don't even know which position you want him at. Left. I mean, you can't put him at right guard. You got your right guard already. So is he going to be a backup for now? Because obviously we have who we just paid, our current left guard. I'm already forgetting his name. What's his name for the freaking Bears? Played for the Browns a year. I really can't think of his name. And then Chambers, our new right tackle. Maybe I did get Chambers as well. I don't know. Star Dev. So, I mean, a hell of a draft. All things considered. Definitely hurt ourselves in the future a little bit, but we have, almost completed a full offensive line in one offseason. So, pretty good. We kick back a future 5th and trade Bergeron to the Bills for a 3rd-round pick that we're hoping is good, but it will definitely be late. All right, here we are, Season 2. I mean, we got a lot of hidden devs, right? McClung's not even starting right now because we have Tevin Jenkins, which... You know what? Tevin Jenkins is just going to be a career backup now. I don't think he even hates it, right? We just paid him a lot of money to be a backup. I didn't expect to have this type of draft, though, and then, it started to click in my head. I was like, wait a minute, I know these names. But, of course, the team looks pretty good. You got to replace Matthews next season, but outside of Matthews, we got everything locked in, right? Wide receivers, with this trio, I love it. Mooney as a 3 is great. Mooney as a 2, though, long-term, I don't like it. Quarterback Penix, only a 79 overall, which concerns me because he's now, 26? Pushing it. He's pushing a little bit. Of course, we do have the +2 that'll take me a long time to get, but I will obviously be doing for the training camp. And honestly, for wide receiver or the receiver one, I'm probably going to go Pitts. +2 for Pitts gets him to 81 overall. I think that's bigger than the rookie. If the rookie has a great year, he's going up anyways, right? D-line, we definitely need some work done here. Linebackers, though, edge. Walker's obviously a superstar. Team looks decent there. I mean, going forward, what do you need? Top to bottom. Left tackle, possibly. I'm going to believe in Penix, especially with a +2. One more linebacker, maybe. Strong safety, maybe. Cornerback, probably. Interior D-line, for sure. So, IDL, DT, that's the main focus for scouting this season. All right, contracts. You got a lot more money now. Praise the Kirk Cousins. Drake London? Yes. Jesse Bates? I don't see why not. Mooney? Maybe. 2-year, probably. 2-year. And then Phillips for sure. Will he be our number 2 going forward? I don't know. But we can afford everyone right now. Penix might be a problem, but he's already an 82 overall by this point. So I don't see why I wouldn't be able to pay him, right? Keep doing the training camp. No matter how old he gets, he should be able to get to, honestly, 88, 90 by the end of this rebuild minimum just off of training camp. Yes, it takes me a long time, but I'll keep doing it for the +2. All right, the division sucks. So no matter what, we are in the playoffs. It just does not matter. They're just not competing. But let's see if we finish with a bang. Beat the Ravens, which we do. Wow. 48-14. We go 11-6. I don't think it would have mattered. This division, this conference in general is terrible. There was only 4 teams with 10 wins or more. Like, we have an 8-9 team in the 7 seed, 9-8 in the 6 seed. Where was that last year? We could have made the playoffs back-to-back years. Of course, didn't change the scheme because, again, we really, specifically the offense, believe in this scheme. And then defensively, the sacks are good. So, we don't have great DT, so I don't expect much from those guys. Penix, obviously great. Almost 40 touchdowns, over 4,000 yards, under 10 picks. Robinson was great. Receiving, Wayne was amazing. 1,300 yards, 19 touchdowns. Once again, why we put Pitts on the training camp, because it just means more for him. Wayne's at an 85+ overall minimum superstar dev because of the season he just had. Looking at the offensive line, let's not talk about it. Okay, Chambers gave up 10. Jake Matthews gave up more than double. Pass rush, of course, a little bit of a down year from Walker, but an amazing one from Pierce. I can't choose for that to happen, right? They're going to play the exact same snaps. Actually, Pierce played less, crazy enough. But he's the guy I need the dev up for anyway, so this works out perfectly if he goes up in dev. Of course, DTs, like we talked about, not really going to see much. Nakobe Dean, though, 4 sacks, pretty good. And, Smiley, a lot of tackles, good sacks, a pick, 3 tackles for loss. Could go to rookie, win rookie of the year, which, sure, he's already an X factor, but we'll take, free XP. Why not? Younghoe Koo was better on the contract year, so maybe we actually keep him. Gillikin, same situation, contract year. Wayne did all that while being a decent kick returner, by the way. Kick return and punt return. Insane. Joe Burrow wins another MVP. Penix is number 7. Looking at Offensive Player of the Year, it goes to Wayne. Not even Rookie of the Year, straight up Offensive Player of the Year. And then just like we seen in one of our other videos, was it the Packers rebuild with Micah Parsons? Abdul Carter winning Defensive Player of the Year over Parsons. He's going to win a few of those, let's be honest. Wayne, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defense? No. Smiley at 3. Firth at 5. Best QB at 4. That's not bad. Running back at 4. Not bad. Wide receiver, obviously. O-line number 2 for Lindstrom. We would have taken the XP. D-line number 4. Linebacker number 10. Best DB, no. Best kicker number 2. Great year in the playoffs. at home against the Commanders. 88 overall. First taste of the playoffs. Let's go. All right, end of the game. Atlanta scores 7 on the Commanders. 3 for the Commanders themselves. 14-3. 17-3. 17-10. Keep it going. 20-10. That's not bad. 27-10. That might be it. 30-10. Defense is heating up. Don't get me wrong. The offense was good, but that is a defensive performance for sure. We held them to 10 points. 80% completion percentage for Penix. Daniels threw a pick. Algier hopefully throws a pick tonight, assuming this rebuild does actually come up today on Thursday. Pitts, 86 yards and a touchdown. Drake London, 25 yards and a touchdown. Sacks allowed. Man, our tackles. What can I tell you? They are just strugglers. Sacks, James Pierce did get 1 pick for A.J. Terrell and clean kicking. Oh, my Lord. 72-yard punt, by the way, from Gillikin. Yeah, punters are people, too. I'll notice that. That's insane. And, wow, the 7-10 Niners, say what you will about them deserving to be here or not. They won a game against the Giants, of course, but they do have the Defensive Player of the Year, in fairness, and they're 13-4. So it might be the Giants, but this ain't really the Giants, if you know what I mean, because they actually look pretty good. 88 overall Niners versus our 88 overall Falcons. I mean, could you imagine the 7-10 Niners make it to the Super Bowl? I mean, they were 9-8 and made it, so why not? What's 2 wins? Hopefully what we're about to see in the playoffs. Ooh, that went hard. That kind of went crazy, though, didn't it? Of course, back and forth, nothing in the first quarter. We get 3, they get 3. We get 7, they get hopefully nothing. They do get nothing. Second half, we get 3. It's a 10-point game. We get 7, 20-3. This defense is on another level. We get a safety. Our defense almost scored more than their offense. 25-3. We're to the championship round with the Falcons. Hold on a minute. Year 2? Okay, I guess the Falcons aren't much of a rebuild? I don't know. Maybe they're... Hey, in the past, we have had Falcons rebuilds, especially with their playbooks, minimum. Brazie's a Niner, by the way. I would have taken him if I would have noticed him. I didn't see him for free agency unless they traded for him, which would be, I mean, reasonable, I guess. Yeah, we've seen the Falcons playbooks do some things. So, this as a team... You know, the Falcons aren't a bad squad. We got Penix as an 82, maybe 83 overall. He had a really good year. Could be even higher for all we know. Got 140 XP sliders. The Vikings, I mean, the average win-loss total of our opponents must be more in the negative than the positive, right? I don't... Actually, it's not even going to show on this. Whatever. We'll look at these anyway since we're here. Is that the Titans in the playoffs? The championship round again? Of course it is. Niners, they won by 13 or 23. Where were the Vikings? They won by 4 against the Eagles, to be fair. Then they beat the Packers by 7. Obviously, the Niners got destroyed by us. On the other side, Titans-Broncos. I mean, I don't want to speak too quickly and too soon and too arrogantly, but those are not the toughest teams to beat, even though the Titans just won a Super Bowl. 88 overall versus 86 Vikings. This could be our year. This has been a Cinderella-type season where our opponents... I mean, it could be worse. Haven't been a 4-year Super Bowl in a while. 3-0. Vikings actually have a lead. We're not used to this. 7-3. Defense gives up another 3. Defense gives up 7. Oh, my. Okay, really good start of the second half. But, yeah, the Vikings are looking a lot better on offense than most of our opponents. 21-13. Defense is still doing some things, though. Say what you will, but defense is doing some things. 4th and 3. Leave it to me to come out on the field and ruin everything, but I'm going to do it. I just think you got to get a little bit of clock off the board, and obviously if you can get a touchdown drive here, you're winning the game probably. Oh my god, what a freaking route by Mooney. Huge throw. That was really nice by Penix, actually. I really did not expect that kind of a release. That was really good. Really, both release. 3rd and 7. Let's go back out here. Again, I want to get this drive down. I mean, if you get a touchdown, field goal even, you're in a really good spot, man. Drake London. Quick throw. Drake London holds on. Beautiful. Just played way too far off him. Another conversion. Could be headed to the Super Bowl with the Falcons. Just saying. And then we lose another billion-yard... Dude, this team... It's like the script is literally saying the Falcons are losing this game, but we're, like, denying the script by coming in. Of course, we have to. We will take a shot to London. I kind of like Pitts here, though, a little bit. Maybe not. Oh, wide open. It's a little behind him. Damn, that... I can't believe the coverage. Is that not... Grenard? Is that not a pass rusher that just did that? I gotta see this. I swear it said Grenard. I'm pretty sure they had a pass rusher in coverage. That is insanity. Wow. Okay. And it's not a fast pass rusher either. That is a pass rusher that J.J. Wayne should be pulling away from. Again, we said that the script felt like it was, you know, we were supposed to lose with some of these losses, but maybe not. Maybe not. I guess not. I thought with some of those sacks, the way they were playing us on offense there, you know, with the AI, I thought they were trying to make us lose, but no, I guess we're still destined to win this thing, 21-13, our worst defensive performance yet, which is crazy because it's 13 points. Penix was great. McCarthy was not good, right? Rushing, Robinson, a lot of it was on that 70-yard carry. You take away 70 yards and one carry, it's 14 for 60, which is okay, but you got to punt the 70-yarder in there. It's great running. Of course, Wayne, 68 yards and a touchdown. Sacks. Grenard was insane, making great coverage plays, getting a sack in there, a couple sacks in there. Our pass rush is strugglesome. Jay Ward with a pick, clean kicking from both sides. And the Atlanta Falcons are headed on to the Super Bowl, going up against the Titans or Broncos. Can you not see why we're a little excited? Because that is not a bad group of teams to be having to go against. It could be the Chiefs, it could be the Ravens, it could be the Bengals, you know. Broncos are a really good team. But, again, I wouldn't trade them for the Chiefs. Wouldn't trade them for the Ravens. Even the Bengals. Definitely not the Bengals. Joe Burrow's winning like every MVP. See how they got here, though. We are a better team than them. So, in theory, you know, we are better. Wildcard round. The Broncos, of course, had the #1 seed, so no one there. Then they beat the Raiders by 23. Beat the Titans by 16. And then hopefully lose to us here in the Super Bowl. Let's find out. First things first, though. DevUps. Penix, please. Superstar. That's all I ask. Nice. Superstar for Penix. Wayne's a superstar. He's a 91 overall. Pitts is a 85 overall superstar. This was a great year. Like, this was really good for us. Look at all the freaking of the years. Multiple of the year winners. Or wins for him. Of course, Penix gets to superstar, which is great. He's an 85 overall. Beautiful. We love it. Pitts again. Superstar dev. Must have just barely been good enough to get that dev up because a little over 600 yards. A couple touchdowns to go with it, but very impressive. If we get Pierce a dev up, this is a great year for dev ups, which we don't. That's disappointing. Firth goes up, though. I did not expect Firth to go up in dev. That's actually pretty huge. Wait, when did he go up in dev? Oh, there it is. Defense Player of the Week. He won one for the divisional round. Definitely see more of that in the playoffs than anything, but that's great. You know, I was thinking we need a 3 IDL, which we could still probably complete, but needing 2 is a little bit less worrisome. Team looks good right now, though. Why even worry about the future when we might win it all right here? Let's go. 88 versus their 86. Atlanta versus Denver. Come on. You know, again, another Super Bowl that I think most of us would find pretty refreshing. Damn, Bo Nix looking like Ivan Drago from Rocky IV. I don't care what anyone says. Not really, but yeah, I'll force it. Of course. Seemingly a little unfair. Just a tad bit unfair. Like, this is the Falcons Stadium, right? I'm not a crazy person, correct? I'm pretty sure I'm not crazy. But yeah, here we go. Broncos moving. They're moving. 7 points for them. We get 7 back, though, which is nice. Defense giving up another 7. That's the most we've seen in the playoffs. 17 points allowed. Please, defense, don't sell at the worst time possible. 3rd and 5. We got to get this conversion. This is a big moment. I do really like this cross play, though. Drake London. They got a lot of blitzers. This could be a huge play for Pitts. Never mind. We're going to go to Mr. Wayne, who gets a lot of room to the outside. Look at him dart to the 17-yard line. Big gainer. Offense is really struggling because that was a huge gain, and we're still only at like 160 passing. 3rd and 1, we get the conversion. There's the touchdown. 3-point game. Come on, D. Damn, defense is struggling. 3rd and 10. This is the chance. Got to get off the field, boys. Shmiley. You have Bowman out here. Kind of playing the slot. We're on this. Are you kidding me? AJ Terrell puts a hand on it, and Evan Ingram just mosses him, I guess. I guarantee the ball went right through his hand. I guarantee this. I guess he's the strongest man alive. I mean, I guess to be fair, he does hit pure hands. A little too nonchalant for my liking, as this is literally like potentially winning or losing the game, but sure. That's a tough one. 3rd and 10 conversion. That is really tough. Of course they get it, though. Not surprised at all. Team's moving on the field. 3rd and 9. This is the moment. This is the moment where if you don't come in, you're probably giving up, you know, a punt. Can kick the field goal if I need, but prefer not to. And that's a really good play by the linebacker or whoever that is. Better throw by Penix. That is really close to being picked. I can't believe that bait. That was actually really impressive. Come on. Oh, there you go. 3-point game again. Come on, defense. Third and 16, 39-yard touchdown to Kendrick Bourne. What is this Broncos team? As Bayshon gets another 70-yard touchdown. 6 minutes left. The scoreboard's being assaulted. And the Broncos are forced upon. 3-point game with 3.5 to play. 3rd and 5 conversion. Moving down the field. Clock is ticking away. We're coming in. We're trying to win this game. And we're in trouble. Woo-wee. Barely got that ball off. They came in hating. They came after us. Blitz off the edge. I mean, it looks like Robinson's wide, no? He is wide. Oh, he had a spin, and then he gets clotheslined in the process. Oh, I can't believe he had a spin for that. They're not going to call a timeout, though, because they're got a lot of it. I mean, you obviously have to go for it. If they ice us, I'm just letting the kick the thing. I ain't going to lie. My field goal kicking's been iffy, but we're wasting all this clock down. I can't believe he had a spin catch. It's Bijan Robinson, and you're telling me his catching's that bad? The spin catch is the stupidest thing out of the backfield I've ever seen in my entire life. And they do let us kick it. I almost choked that, by the way. 45 seconds left. I mean, they got plenty of time to score before overtime. This is bad for us. I don't like it. Okay, they do waste a lot of clock there. All right. Looks like it's Denver ball. They're moving down the field with ease. Dude. 3-play touchdown against one of the best defenses apparently in the league. I mean, we played like it throughout the playoffs. Like, were we just lucky every single game in the postseason? Run commit, obviously. And wow, that's just the freest thing I've ever seen in my life. All right, Atlanta, you know the drill. If we want to win this game, we got to drive down the field. And we're going for 2. 3rd and 8. Oh, my. Oh, my, indeed. I keep saying that. I don't know why, dude. It's like a nervous tick or something. Like, I never say that. Like, I'm genuinely, like... I'm feeling the stress of this match. Hit him with mesh. I really trust this play. The problem is I don't trust that it's the tight end mesh. Wayne. Good throw and catch. First down. Big moment. Big moment. Let's see if I can do it, dude. Oh, man. Like, not only to get the touchdown, but... I mean, we're going for 2. I don't know what else to tell you. I really like mesh, but I don't like the tight end one. But that's like all they have, I think. Oh, here it is. They have inside leverage, dude. This could go bad. This could go really bad. Come on. Pitts. Kyle Pitts for the Super Bowl has done it. Did you see the speed? Warner was on a drag. Pitts was on a slant from the outside, and he outran the F out of him. He dusted his ass. Penix with a perfect throw. Kyle Pitts out in front. They did not expect the double route there. And the Atlanta Falcons in year 2 have won a Super Bowl. Of course, we will do 2 more seasons for sure, but that is crazy. 42-41. 1-point victory over the Broncos. We allowed less points than that through our other playoff games combined than that final game there in the Super Bowl. Denver was on one. They were pretty much impossible to stop. We didn't even get a stop. We ended up winning the game because of our offense. Again, we're appreciative. Look at how Penix's eyes like, I can't believe we've done this. We're appreciative of that defense to get us here, but man, could they have done maybe a tad bit better in the damn Super Bowl? Maybe. Oh my, that was a challenge. Yet, here we are with the win. Hoisting the Lombardi. I mean, again, the Falcons are one of their better playbooks, but that does not guarantee you a playoff win or a Super Bowl win. If you load up the Falcons playbook on all 32 teams and run 2 sims, you're not winning the Super Bowl 99% of the time. You're maybe winning like 20% because a lot of those teams are already really good. And that's if you're lucky. If you're lucky, 20%, which I would say is even less than that. What a game, though. Evan Ingram just making me sad, but we clutched up. We made the plays we needed to, and then, of course, got that 2-point conversion when we needed to. Bo Nix outplayed Penix, but obviously Robinson outplayed Dobbins, which takes away from Penix a little bit. Wayne was amazing. Amazing. Everyone else, though, very limited. Really not their best. Run game was huge in this one. Firth with 1.5 sacks. Smiley with a sack. Picks, none. What a damn performance, dude. I am very surprised in year 2 that we've won it all. Again, we'll show you the schedule and all that stuff. No restarts or anything like that. And we'll just go on for 2 more seasons, see what we can do, see if we can become a dynasty. As you can see, there they are. Huge! All right, pressure's off. Pressure is completely off. This team can coast for 2 seasons if they want, but let's try to win 3 in a row. How about that? That sounds pretty cool to me. Do we have any retirements, by the way? We might have. Like Matthews for sure, right? Yeah, Jake Matthews is gone. So that left tackle we talked about needing to replace, we absolutely do. We absolutely do. I can't believe Cameron Hayward stayed around that long. I thought he would have retired like a season ago. Either way, let's take a look at the negotiations. Penix is a superstar. I still think it won't be... It probably will be more than this, but it won't be crazy more. If I can get him on like a 4-year 200, I'm down. So I'm not gonna pay him. Divine Diablo got to superstar, which is a little surprising. But yeah, we can't keep him, dude. He's too old. We got to get someone young in there and develop them next. Mr. Gillikin, 2 years 7, huge. And then, man, it's hard because Younghoe Koo really had a great year for us, and he had a really good playoffs. I guess we'll do one of these. There we go. There we go. All right. To free agency, we got a little bit of money. We can spend at least $30 million, and we can pretty much spend like $60 million if it's a 1 year. But obviously most contracts aren't going to be 1 year's. Free agency, you have Marlon Humphrey, which we could use corner, so I don't see why I wouldn't put this guy at the top of my free agent list. He's probably not going to have a chance. Damn, dude, why? We just won a Super Bowl. But yeah, he wants to go to the Raiders. Sure. Anyone else, though? Flowers, don't really need wide receiver. DT, we've been down that road. Ooh. I really don't want to do the whole Elton Jenkins thing again, but a lot of times he doesn't actually join us, so if we can just cut the corners, put him at left tackle, call it a day, I'm kind of down. And then a lot of the other guys are like, if you're really missing that position, maybe they can help you out, but we don't really need that. So I'm going for these 2. I'm not going to get Humphrey, but I should get Elton. We do. Like a 1 year 21 with the Raiders. Really? Okay, sure. All right, we're in the draft. I don't know if I'd say cornerback is the biggest positional need. We got Elton Jenkins now. I got to put him at left tackle. So O-line's fine for right now. Obviously, everything else is perfect. And then defensively, you need DT, but I don't know if I really like the DTs enough. Corner, I do like Phillips. He's 25, so DT corner, one of the 2. DT is just, it's almost all really high. I don't know if I can make that trade up. I just don't know if I can. And then this guy, he's a nose tackle, which sure kind of work for Firth, but Saban would be like the guy I want. I just don't know if he'll be there. So we're going to say Bond, Gonzalez, and when those guys are gone, that's where you need to trade up. If he doesn't get, he might get reached on because he is good. He looks solid. But if not, we're going corner. There's a lot of DTs, a lot of corners, mainly more corners than DTs. We'll see if there's any option. If they're 15 or 16, maybe. But as you can see here, they're already gone. I mean, it's kind of a GG already at that position. Man, DT is just, he went 10 overall, man. And again, I actually believe it. I think he looks really good. He actually looked so solid. But yeah, there's no way I'm going all the way up there, right? So now we're on to corners where, Callahan, Fisher, Callahan, someone around there. I really want Callahan, but again, we can't just have what we want. If we have what we want, I'd have Saban here. Although, Callahan went 13, so the AI is definitely tapping into something there a little bit. Now, I can say cheating, but it's not really cheating if I also can see it. It's, they see the good player. I think realistically, though, Fisher and Newkirk are the last 2. I don't think I want Marion. He's pure zone. Most of those guys are kind of zone, but damn, dude, all the way to 20 for a guy that I really didn't think I even liked, because he's also another zone guy, I'm pretty sure. He's good, but man, this draft, honestly, truthfully, could not have gone any worse mentally than it did. It is just not great. Trading up to 20 for an okay-looking corner, it just seems so, I can't believe this happened. It's insane to me. It really is. That's why I keep getting, flustered with my words. It's I can't believe it. I actually can't believe everyone we wanted, 10 different players all went before pick 20. It's crazy. And yeah, I couldn't really get up there. They would have wanted 2/3. I was like, we'll go maybe a couple more picks. Maybe we'll get him anyways. No. Gone by 20. All like 10 players I wanted are gone by pick 20. That's insane. Like, sure, let's just take Marion. I have no other options anyways. 36 true. And hey, he is hidden. Hey, say what you will, but it actually worked out for us. Oh my. I can't believe that. That's crazy work. But hey, it sort of worked out in the end. Of course, DT position is just cooked. It's just cooked completely. Safety, I don't love the way our strong safety's been developing. Burton looks okay. Just don't know about that zone coverage. I'd imagine C or B, but you really don't know. And then Manny, same situation. Just kind of know about the speed. What do you do? Hamilton, I really don't need O-line that bad. Got a couple of day threers, but how do you feel about them? I'd rather, UDFAs, they're the same true talent. So why am I pushing it, I do like Kaplan quite a bit, but then again, he's the UDFA. So I guess you just wait for the UDFAs. I suppose we'll just take the free safety Burton. Can never hurt to have depth at that position. 39 true talent. And yeah, he's in dev. I'm not really sure what Watts' overall is, but there's a chance, a very good one, mind you, that Burton is our starter. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Cliff Roth, why not? Day threes. Other than crazy trade downs, that's what we're doing. Hidden dev, sweet. Don't really want to go too hard on the O-line, though, because we already have now 2 with that guy we just drafted. Now 2 players that are going to be sitting back up. Don't need QB, but a top 5 sitting this far. Intriguing. Definitely intriguing, to say the least. Linebacker, Hansen. Was he good? Good enough for me. Yeah, actually, you know what? We need this guy. You know what? I didn't even think about it. Normal dev, but we actually need that guy. So very glad we found him, because I forgot we don't have Diablo anymore. I don't think we have a player for that spot right now. So yeah, that actually worked out pretty well. This pick, I think we're going to trade down to the 6th round and start taking some players. We need 2 linemen. Well, maybe not 2 linemen, but 2 DTs and maybe a lineman. So let's make a move. There you go. 2 6 and a 7 from the Eagles. Probably not the best 6. Not bad, actually. We'll make that play. Why not? We've made the move reverse to move up, trading a bunch of quantity. So it's nice that someone else gave us the opposite of that, if you will. What do we got for our players? So DTs are still sitting there, even southward. But yeah, Kaplan's the number 1 guy I've seen. Holy lag, man. True talent of 74, just 1 hidden. There's one of them. There is one. We have had a lot of bad luck with those players. Those DTs, those UDFA types, but that is not one of them. Huge dev there. And then, of course, Porter, Daquan Porter is going to be the next guy. True talent of 101, but also hidden. It's 84 strength as well. Almost a carbon copy. Just by default, those guys are both starting, right? Like, we have no choice. We need DTs. Our other DTs are normal dev. Yeah, that's all I can say. Sinclair will be the next choice, and then if Ramos is there, who's 6'9", mind you, then he'll be the next one, which, sure. You know what? I'm going to trade up with the Cardinals and make sure we get that guy. I want him. You can't stop me. Let's see it. 7th, 2 years from now, where we might not even have that pick. I don't know, were we even drafting? I don't think we'll be drafting then, because we'll do this next upcoming season and the season after that, which I think that's when that would come up. I don't know. Either way, this guy is garbage, but hidden dev could be superstar. 353, give me the dev. Wow. 6'9", 356, and he's normal. Well, that sucks. It's still insanely cool, but the fact that they didn't even at least give him, star, that's tough. That's a tough one. Either way, yeah, a bunch of 74 range guys, but again, we had pick 32. And all the players we truly wanted, no offense, Marion, are gone. They just left. So it is what it is. Star Dev, didn't expect much from him, but just by default, he's our number 2, which in theory could help out Phillips quite a bit. Fits better in the slot, in my opinion. And more importantly, you get a lot of dev ups from the number 3 spot. So Burton, great zone guy. Hit power solid. Speed's good. Hidden development trait. Give me superstar. I don't ask for much. That's better. Superstar X. They're like, yeah, we'll give you superstar with X Factor on the end, brother. It's like, oh, thanks. I'll take that. That is huge, actually. And then Chad Hansen going to be playing that Sam linebacker role for us, which we've seen a bunch of dev ups for Divine Diablo at it. So we'll see. DTs. I care about the dev, but I don't care about the dev at the same time because they're starters anyways. But yeah, Burton is definitely starting. We were going to start him anyways, I think. He's just a higher ceiling guy. Let's take a look at the two players, though. Babin, we definitely wanted. For sure. Reminds me of, what's his name? He was Babin on the Eagles. Dude, what is his name? Oh, it's Saban, but the other guy, his name was Babin, right? Was it? I can't remember. I think it's like there was a J in there. I can't remember anything, but Babin is normal dev. Looks really good. But yeah, considering he's normal dev, I don't regret not being able to get him, especially at pick 10 overall, mind you. Newkirk, I was really not super involved. I was like, yeah, he's good. I would have taken him over Marion for sure, but I wasn't like, oh, I can't believe we missed him. But also star development trade. The guy I really wanted would have been someone like Fisher or Callahan for sure. Callahan was number 1. 79 overall is normal. So you can make the argument of who actually did better in the draft. I mean, our guy's hitting, and just we see what happened with Phillips. Phillips had a high ceiling, but normal dev is just getting him down so bad. Fisher is a 76 overall hidden development trade. This guy is really balanced, 6 foot tall, 207, prototypical. This is a guy that I would love to have as a corner. Joey Fisher, dev of star. I mean, I think we did well. I think we did pretty well for ourselves. Heading on to year 3 with, a couple of new starters, hidden dev starters at that. All right, season number 3, the team, it looks all right. We got a brand new left tackle who's technically better than Jake Matthews. I imagine he's going to play just like he did. Wide receiver, too, is on another level. 92 overall after 1 season. Again, I'm not trying to spoil it. You'll probably see if you're watching this to this point, which, hey, thanks for watching. How about that? But you'll probably be like, oh, this is the one he's talking about. I don't think Wayne got to this level. Although I didn't finish that rebuild, so who knows? I didn't finish that. I got into that and moved over to here. Dude, I'm all over the place. I don't know what to tell you. Defensively, of course, we're getting better, right? Smiley is a damn good linebacker, and then you have Dean, who looks good, and the team's good. It's good, it's getting better, and we just won a Super Bowl. The pressure's off. Let's do training camp and head on into the season. Maybe go back-to-back. All right, Bijan Robinson, Michael Penix needs a contract, Nakobe Dean, Tevin Jenkins, who just robbed us blind, would even get to use him. Well, we could have used him, but there was no realistic reason to use him. Needs a contract. Then we got the 2 edge rushers. So we'll see what we have left after this. This is actually like the cheapest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, this contract is just like a godsend. 5-year 75 is pennies. I thought we were going to have to pay him like 5-year 112 or something. So we appreciate it. Penix, though, however, more than I would have thought. So, you win some, you lose some. I'd prefer to do like a 4-year deal. Not that it matters in this rebuild context, but yeah, I'd do a 4-year instead. I think 4 years is kind of the like meta these days in real life. Not even in game, but just in real life. That's the meta for both sides. You don't have to take as much of a gamble long term for the team. And then obviously if the player plays well, the 4 years better for them because they can get a new contract sooner. So, it feels like for the first time in a while, both sides, player and organization, are kind of on the same side, right? 4-year deals, I think, are perfect for both sides, really. Help. That's what a rookie deal is, right? We're having an okay season. It's not perfect, but we're having an okay season. If they want to show us, we should be in the playoffs. I didn't actually look at the division, but yeah, we should be. Panthers 10-7. But yeah, we should be in the playoffs. As you can see here, we are 11-6, the number 3 seed. We go over to the awards and all that stuff. Just, pop off. Hey, there you go. Boom. Second half of the season, really good. Wayne second in receiving yards. I actually thought I put Drake London as the number 1, or tried to put him as the number 1, get him to X Factor, but I guess it's going to be Wayne instead. Maybe. Penix, 43 yards, 42 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Bijan Robinson, pretty damn good season yet again. He's averaging nearly 6 yards per carry in his career right now, which is ridiculous, at least over the last 2-3 seasons for us. Wayne, 13.57 for yards, 20 touchdowns, really good stuff. Lack of touchdowns for the rest of the guys. For the most part, he kind of stole them, but I suppose you take away Robinson's, put them on like London, put 3 on London, 2 on Pitts, the rest on Mooney. It's okay. Just, running back kind of stealing some. Elton Jenkins, 20 sacks allowed. We talked about it already. Jalen Walker, 22.5 sacks, 12.5 for Pierce. Interceptions, 3 interceptions for Bertrand. Marion with 2, Burn with 2, 1 for a bunch of other guys. Younghoe Koo missed 4 kicks out of 21. Punting, pretty good yards per punt, and that be it there. Let's take a look, though, at the yearly awards. Josh Allen is the MVP. Take a look over at the NFC side. J.J. Wayne wins Offensive Player of the Year again. We almost got Defensive Player of the Year with Walker over Parsons. Not quite, though. Rookie awards, Marion at 3, quarterback at 3, running back at 1, wide receiver at 1, O-line at 1, D-line at 2, linebacker, no, DB at no, number 3, actually, for Marion, the rookie, mind you. And then best kicker at no. So, good season. Good enough to maybe make another run. Let's see if we can do it against the Panthers, team that we, of course, do a franchise for. Check it out. We uploaded the offseason yesterday. I'm getting roasted for the draft we had, which was genuinely bad. Of course, transparency. Obviously, we created the storyline for Xavier Legette. I mean, obviously, it's a fun storyline and pretty realistic. I mean, you're telling me Legette is as good as we have him ratings-wise, and he's putting up like 500 yards a season, and it comes contract time, and we're kind of lowballing him that he wouldn't request a trade? I think he would, absolutely. We see it time and time again with wide receivers specifically. And, I mean, he's going to go to a better team. Maybe not a better team, but a better situation. Well, maybe they'll actually use him. And we made the wrong pick at wide receiver. The regret is definitely the tight end. I knew he was going to be great. But I just feel like I really like Musgrave. Musgrave was going to put up 1,000 yards for us last season if we played the whole year with him. I mean, a 1,000-yard tight end doesn't really seem like someone you need to replace. And you can't exactly put a 6'5", 248 at wide receiver, in my opinion, kind of. Maybe I should have taken him and just moved to wide receiver, or just, I don't know, did something else, traded for a wide receiver, using Musgrave or something. I don't know. But overall, I don't really hate much of it. I just wish Roman, oh my God, they got a touchdown with 2 seconds left from 30 yards out. I just wish Roman was hidden. If Roman was star or superstar or X Factor, I have no regrets. I think, it's a good draft pick. He was the best of those 3. Oh, that's a great play, but we get the blitz while I'm yapping about a completely different series with a rival team, mind you. If I was a Falcons fan watching this, I'd be like, boo, shut the front door, dog. You are wasting the heat, even though I don't know. It's kind of like a weird time of the year, at least where I'm living, where you don't really have the heat or the air conditioning on. You're kind of just coasting by whatever the weather gods give you. And I got to say, it's starting to heat up again a little bit, and I'm not a fan personally. It gets to about 82 degrees in here after maybe 2 hours with my computer on and Xbox on, so it gets real depressing in here real damn quick. Of course, sack totals 3 for Firth, 2.5 for Kaplan, interception 1 for Watts, and then 1 for Bates. Watts is actually the backup for like all of our safety positions, so cool to see him still get involved. And yeah, I know 82 doesn't sound like a lot, but are you talking outside a lot? As if I'm like talking to someone, literally like you're in the room with me right now telling me that it's not that bad, or inside a lot? Because 82 degrees inside without like a fan on or wind blowing, yeah, that sucks. Because obviously I have the windows shut when I'm recording. I don't want someone yelling from outside or someone honking the horn or a plane flying by. If I'm outside, I can handle 82. You get a little bit of breeze, or you just walk around, you get a little bit of wind. It's a huge difference. All right? But, yeah, I promise to stop yapping. We're taking on the Eagles. I am literally going on a tangent. I am lost. But, hey, maybe the tangent's the way to go. Bird battle. Throw our Falcon out there. A Falcon would get absolutely destroyed in a battle against an Eagle, right? Like, what's the biggest Falcon? Again, we're going on a tangent. We got to stop, dude. We got to stop with the tangents. Hey, what about those birds? How big is that bird? 7-0, second quarter, Eagles lead. We are now tied up. They are leading again. We are now tied up. They seem to be kind of like we're chasing them a little bit. Second half, we get the stop and the field goal. We get a stop and a touchdown. They get a stop and a touchdown. We get a stop and a field goal. It is now an 8-point game. Offense needs to cook. 3rd and 7, got to get this conversion. We're coming out there. Anything else you guys want to talk about that's completely irrelevant? I'm down. I actually really like left-handed Penix. As opposed to, oh my God, they're all over this. There's literally perfect coverage. I was about to say as opposed to right-handed Penix, which doesn't exist. I don't think you can punt it, but I also know if we don't get this, is a really big sell. That's a good throw. Good job, Mooney. All right, let's see the AI convert this drive for us into a touchdown. And 3rd and 9. I mean, what do you want from me to do? I did my part. 4th and 4. Okay, they get the stop. 3 minutes left. I mean, the team could tie it up. They're going to do it. Okay, I mean, That's going to be the meta. I mean, it's been the meta last year as well, I'm pretty sure. I don't really, follow too much of the pro scene, but I see clips here and there. Right? I'm not completely blind to it. I'm pretty damn sure mesh was just busted because drags in general are tough. That's going to be our goal line play every single time. And we're barely going to get that ball off. And caught by, not Pitts, is it? No, it was freaking Jonnu Smith. We just got him in free agency before the season started, and he cooked it. Wow. Of course, Philly still has a little bit of time, but look at this catch. I mean, Penix didn't outrun Jonnu, let me tell you. That is a tough-ass catch, dude. I mean, he is, like, literally holding on. Like, what is the randomizer saying here? Like, 1 out of 10 chance he holds on? I mean, like, most of the time, that is dropped. Clutched up. We'll see if it actually even matters. As you can see, Eagles are moving down. They don't get it. Our ball moving down, I believe. Oh, no. Here it is. All that for nothing. Oh, my. Like, they're moving the ball down with literally no problem. Forgot Burton was the X Factor. I was like, wait, how's he X Factor again? It's like, oh, yeah, because he was drafted as that. All right, 0. Oh, I can't cover him. Oh, good D. We get the sack. Great freaking coverage there. I gotta say, my coverage is kind of garbage. Like, I am just winging it 9 times out of 10. Nakobe Dean, can you imagine he makes a play against his former team? Might have already. Oh, my Lord. Of course he misses it. Oh, my. We do knock him out of bounds, but who gives a damn, to be honest? It is kind of like more of a defend the run type of situation, but... And it will be a run. Oh, it's a read option. They don't convert it, but, I mean, this is going to be a tough one. I mean, this is like... Wait, they're going to go for this? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. We're all over the place. Help! Oh, he was tricked! Kill him! There's no way, dude. Jalen Hurts has just cooked the game again, dude. I can't believe the read option 2 times in a row. And we lose by 6. No repeat for us. Damn it, Philly. That's a tough one. I mean, Philadelphia is what they are. They are good in the game. I suppose they're good in real life, too. 2 picks from Hurts, and we lost. I mean, we can't really blame anyone but ourselves. Offensive line was cooked alive. Their pass rush was so much better. The only sack our team, which put up like 40-plus sacks in the regular season, had, was the overload blitz we brought. The other side, however, had 8. That's ridiculous. Nakobe Dean did actually have a crazy game against his former team. Pick and a sack. We still lose. They're moving on. It's choking me up. You can hear I'm getting teary-eyed. It's really not, dude. Part of the heat in this room is how damn dry it is. And that's why sometimes if you hear me, like, kind of, like, cut my words or stop, like, sometimes I am, like, just making a joke and censoring myself, but a lot of times it's just literally, like, I get cotton-mouthed, like, gag moment. Pause, okay? It's not what it means, and nothing else. And it just gets so dry that I was like, I don't know, it's just like a reaction. My body's just like, no. Like right now, it's 81 degrees, and it is 12:42 a.m. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Bills, damn, what a dude. 30-4 was their combined record, not counting the playoffs, by the way. Damn, son. Bills win the Super Bowl. Let's take a look. Been seeing that matchup a little bit lately, too. Penix! 92 overall X Factor. How ya doing? Yeah, I get it. Some of the XP sliders we have at times, they cause a player to go up too high in overall, but the inverse. Penix, the way he's played, deserves to be a 92 overall X Factor. You're not getting that on base sliders, so there's some good and there's some bad. Kyle Pitts returns to his X Factor status. Good to see. Remember how long, he was a superstar X Factor and he was just the best thing on 2 feet. And now in Madden, he is dangerously close to just not even being that guy at all. Kaplan, was he a superstar? I don't remember. I truly do not remember. Apparently he was, or no, I don't think we even looked because we're just like, it doesn't really matter. The guy's starting anyways. We'll see you later on. I sometimes give you a little bit of best to both worlds. Like some of you guys are like, yes, show us all the devs. And a lot of you guys are like, no, don't show us the devs. I think it ruins it. I sometimes just, most of the time at least, show half and half and call it a day. Just like, okay, well, someone's going to be happy. And of course, Superstar Dev Week 15. I promise you, I am not forcing devs. I do not care, truly. Like, I want to build a team that wins the Super Bowl. Sure, I guess. I think it makes for a better video, personally. I think as long as you get to the championship round, it's a good video. I think it's actually a bad video if, let's say, you had 10, 15 straight rebuilds where you won the Super Bowl every time within 5 years. Like, I personally just think, okay, well, who cares? You're going to win a Super Bowl every time. I already know what happens. So, arguably, I actually think it's worse off to win Super Bowls all the time. So, I would actually, if anything, I would cheat to end a streak. Johnny Smith, who tried so hard for us 11 years and then retired, didn't get a Super Bowl with us because we suck. What can I say? He caught a clutch 2-point conversion to send us to overtime against a very good team. I mean, again, I've seen so many times that ball dropped. I've seen, like, easier than that. Pierce is definitely getting a 5th round here. Or a 5th year? I don't know. I would like to split up their contracts, too, so I don't have to pay them at the same time. But I think we will. I think we're just going to hold off. I mean, they can't both be 40 mil a piece, right? Right? I'm curious. Like, please tell me they can't be. Of course, we're saving every dime because those guys are going to be a lot of money. Jahmyr Gibbs in free agency. Guess we know who's better of the 2 running backs that are always compared to each other. One kept them on their team. The other one didn't think they were very good. Hey, I'm just saying, Lions fans. I'm just kidding. Please don't get mad. Even though Green Bay, I'm shocked, to be honest, that they stopped Gibbs. Obviously, he's insane. He's ridiculous. That's why I'm so shocked, dude. How? How is Jeff Hafley the GOAT? Again, I'm making everything about the Packers, but it's relevant because Gibbs is so damn good, yet they made him seem not very good. If I was them, I would have threw it to him 15 times that game. Maybe had a chance to win against Green Bay. Call me crazy. Lions fans, you watching this video with me? Do you agree? Do you think they should have thrown to Gibbs more? I'm glad they didn't. But I really feel like he could have absolutely killed that game. I mean, hey, look what Bijan did. You know, those didn't really look good on the ground, but through the air, deadly. Deadly. Anyways, I'm debating, do we do the trade thing where we all, we trade all the players off and we get one guy? I really like the way we drafted in this one, though, and I don't want to, like, ruin the legacy, if you will. And personally, I don't really know where we would upgrade DT, I guess, but as far as, like, must grab, must take, upgrade right now, I don't think I see it. So I think we are just going to do a draft and head into final season, year 4. Again, this rebuild started off so good. I actually was really proud of, like, the pacing and everything. And then, we seen that it was the same class. Started yapping about what I did in a different rebuild that didn't even come out yet. So spoiling a rebuild that's not even out yet, sort of. And then all this crap I'm yapping about. Damn, son. Somebody literally stopped me. I was going to say someone needs to gag me, and then I realized that. No, they don't. Please, get away. All right. Hold your horse. Oh, my, here we go. We're in the draft. We picked 28. I'm thinking corner. Ooh, wait a minute. Carroll's a top 5er. He looked good. And then they showed us more. He looks great. We're going to have to slow sim until maybe one of those guys go. I mean, is that the move? Probably. But if not, we shall pivot as usual. I got a safety I might take instead of corner. These corners go so quickly. And again, corner all the way up to 12, dude. 1 to 2 True Town all the way up to 12. That's actually crazy. I mean, the guy looks great. I can't lie, but still, that is wild. They're just reaching so hard. And then you have 2 wide receivers that we don't need that are there that look halfway decent. I don't know what to tell you. Do you go edge maybe because it's just pure value? Like, safety goes still pretty late. A lot of times you can still land one of these guys later. How good is Stevenson? He's raw as hell, but very athletic for 6'3". I see him as a potential linebacker, so I'm going to take Jonathan Stevenson. Why not? True talent 30. Dev of hidden. That's really good. For a 6'3", 224, sure, he's raw in the coverage, but guy looks crazy good. Again, could be a linebacker. And then speaking of linebacker, this guy is a linebacker. Jack Monroe. He's a 3 to 4 projected, but 1 to 2 true talents. I'm going to take a chance on him. And he is hitting. Wow, this is one of the best all-around athletic linebacker I've seen this Madden. 89 speed, 90 excel, 79 change of direction, good jumping, good agility. Guy looks really good. We have a random DT, Don Chapman. We're going to be taking day 3. We're at the late 3rd, so it makes sense. Another hidden. Where were these in that Panthers offseason, like I just talked about a little bit ago? And then with the rest of our picks, we're just going to take random linemen. You don't need to see that. So everyone but Peterman, especially Peterman being so bad, were hidden development trade. I don't really care too much about the trench guys, but the safety I'm very intrigued by. Super raw, really good block shed. This is a linebacker build. You would be insane to deny this. This is a linebacker build, without a doubt. I'd be curious to see what his dev goes to, or not dev, but overall goes to at linebacker. I mean, we sort of need a Sam linebacker right now, so why not? See what he goes to. And he does drop pretty hard, though. Yeah, we're probably going to put him back at safety just because we do have this linebacker, Mr. Jack Monroe, 74 overall. Looks very good. Block shed's a little low, but coverage good. Again, 67 block shed and the 68 man in zone for the safety. And he's still not that good at linebackers. A little surprising. And Monroe, star dev. Curious to see what Carroll was and move on to the final season. All right, where's Carroll? Carroll, 78 overall, 91 speed, hidden dev. Man coverage not that great. Press zone is good. Speed, 91 speed, 95 excel. Somewhere around there, not bad. Dev of star dev. Year 4, final season. Chance to win 2 out of 3 years. That's the goal. Of course, Penix, 92 overall X Factor. Wayne's the number 1 wide receiver in the team now. Drake London's number 2. 94 overall. 27. I mean, he just hasn't developed as well because, of course, he didn't have as good of a rookie year as Wayne did. Because, to be fair, Wayne had, like, the greatest rookie receiver year ever. Maybe not the best yards, but with the touchdowns and yards, yeah, probably the best total season. We still have training camp to do, so Pitts, if that's the guy we're going to focus, which we might go London, we'll see. He's a 90 overall. Defensively, Nakobe Dean, 84 overall. Would love to see him develop a little bit more, but, I mean, this has gone pretty well. Outside of getting a true number 2 corner, which Marion's on his way, I think we did really well here. Interior of the D-line, you know, I'm glad we got the 2 edge rushers, let me tell you, because IDL wasn't the best, but DT's hard to draft these days. You got to get him in like top 15, top 20, otherwise you're getting some 70 overall star dev that's just not going to develop. All right, we got those expensive contracts. Also, Cardinals are 10-0. That's definitely something I didn't expect to see. 6-year deal for 156 for Mr. Jalen Walker. That works for us. That's actually really good. AJ Terrell, that's a 2-year deal if I've ever seen it. 2-year 48. Obviously, we still have Mr. Pierce, which is... How much is this, actually? 30 million. I mean, that's costly, but I think we can do it. Let's keep these guys together as long as possible. 6-year 183. What else do we got? 72 million. Lindstrom, I mean, there might be starting to see some potential cap casualties. I don't think you're going to see it with him just yet, and you probably could keep Elton if you wanted to. But a season from now, you might be worried a little bit. But yeah, right now, I mean, all is well. So I don't know if I want to do a 2-year for Lindstrom, but a 1-year, there you go. And I have no idea if we're going to make the playoffs or not. You know, we had the Falcons offense and defense on this entire rebuild, all 4 seasons. It was good enough to make the playoffs before, even a Super Bowl win. And yeah, I mean, it's barely going to be good yet again as we're the 5th seed, but we are, in fact, in the playoffs. Again, it's kind of crazy. 94 overall, barely sneaking into the wild card, but sure, whatever. Not my problem. As long as you get to the playoffs, it's all that matters to me. Stats and awards, Penix. Wow, dude, that's MVP, right? 48 touchdowns, 5 picks, 4,400 yards. Almost missed the playoffs, mind you. Rushing touchdowns do take a hit, but the yards don't. Drake London was amazing. Should be an X Factor. Wayne, great. Just a little lower on the yards than I wanted. Pitts was great. Mooney was decent. Robinson was really good. Blocking. You know, some of those interior guys gave up more than I thought, but Chambers, you know, I would have thought Chambers did really well. Pass rush, 18 for Walker, 11.5 for Pierce, and then the DTs, like we talked about. A little disappointing. Great sacks for Smiley. AJ Terrell should be an X Factor. That's a really good season with 6 picks. Cam Little, 25% kicks missed. Punting, almost 52 yards per punt. Don't know why I said poor punt, but sure. Let's take a look. Did he win MVP? Gotta be, right? No way. I gotta see this guy. I gotta see him. And of course, he's on the NFC, so he's gonna take it all. No, he doesn't take best QB, though, so that's kind of interesting. We do get best DB, though. I can't believe he's not an MVP. That sucks. 48 touchdowns, 5 picks. Let's see. Let's compare it. 50 touchdowns, 8 picks. I don't know if I agree with that. 5 touchdowns to 3 picks. Like 5 to 3? That's not a good ratio. What about rushing? 371 with 5 versus 289 with 5. Yeah, I don't agree. I truly do not agree. Same touchdowns. How many yards indifferent? 500 total yards, but 3 more interceptions. I don't agree. I don't agree. 3 picks is massive when we're talking about 48 to 5 touchdown to pick ratio. That is a snub. There's no doubt about it. That is a snub. That is, let me know what you think. I think that's a snub. There is no way the Cardinals QB was better than our guy. I get he has 50 touchdowns, but 45 to 5 is better than 50 to 8. It's just how it is. I don't make the rules. Don't get me wrong, both are insane, but yeah. Penix should have been MVP. That's bullcrap. 14 touchdowns, 14 points. 17 to 7, 24 to 14. Score just changed so much by the time I actually gathered myself there. We're up by 10 into the fourth quarter. Packers are not done. 10-point lead still holding on dearly. Who's got the ball? It is Green Bay. There's no way. Defense lighting it up from the 20. Are they going to have time? I mean, they should. I mean, why would I not prevent here? They're at the 20-yard line. I guess they're close as hell. Maybe it isn't smart to prevent. There's no way Jordan Love converts this. They've got 3 routes. Good try, but overthrew him to the outside, and we're moving on to the divisional round. Beautiful. Take a look at those numbers as the Green Bay Packers failed to clutch up. Both quarterbacks similar, but Penix was more accurate, had no picks. Had another rushing touchdown drive as well. Bunch of guys got involved. Pass rush. Porter, great. 2.5 sacks for him. The DT's finally shown up. Walker with a pick, by the way. Are we in the right scheme? Like, I don't know. We should be. I mean, we got all the sacks for the edge. Wonder what this team would have done with the Giants' defensive scheme, because it seems like that scheme is goated. And here we go. Cardinals, who were 10-0 after beating us earlier in the season, finished the season 14-3, and their quarterback steals MVP from us. There's a lot riding on this one for us, besides just the playoffs. All right, bird battle. We could definitely beat a Cardinal, which I may have called the Falcon a Hawk earlier. I don't know if there's really much of a difference. Is there? Is there? I don't even know, dude. Birds are crazy. Quote of the year. 24-14 to start the fourth quarter. Up by 13. Headed the championship round with a score, and there it is. 42-14. Not even remotely close. Enjoy going back to your house and watching us next round. Penix did throw a pick this time. Not as good as last one, but Burr got stomped on. So Burr threw like a fourth of his seasonal picks here. And they wanted to give him MVP? Yeah, you made a wrong call, bozos. You guys made the wrong call with that MVP, let me tell you. It should have been Penix, and they know it. All right, here's the Eagles. They stopped us last time. Could have had a back-to-back, and, you know, if we win it here, we could have had a three-peat. But we'll see if we can even win this one, as, again, that Eagles team's tough. Bird battle, yet again. Here we go, end of the game. How are we looking? 3-0. 7-3, 10-7, 10-10, 17-10. Close game, 17 all. Halftime will remain that score. Huge drive to start the second half. Up 7, up 14. Got the stop. One more should do it. They're not going to do it. Defense is holding on. Eagles are not done here. Is this their ball? It is not. 3rd and 4. You got to come in. First down here, especially the down and distance, is pretty much the win. I would really like to run the ball here, especially since Drake London's my main route. I mean, they're on this. And he picks it off, yeah. I mean, the underneath drags were not open. Should have just ran the ball, kick a long field goal. Don't know if we would hit it, but better than throwing a pick, that's for sure. Those sliders, man, they're tough. 4th and 9, let's see if they convert it. Oh, they're going to punt this thing, huh? Well, maybe I don't feel so bad, because that punt is the death of their team. I don't know the decision on that one, but I'll take it. 31-24, almost sold the Falcons. My bad, Penix. Took over for one play, and I already threw a pick. Watch, he threw 0 picks on the game. Of course he did. He would have had a pretty much perfect game, and I blew it. I apologize. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. If that isn't a sign that I am far from guaranteed, to be fair, Cam Little did miss a field goal, so not guaranteed even if unless we got the first down of the run that we would even scored anyways, but that's not proof that I am not a guaranteed dub for the team. I don't know what else is. I think most people are like, yeah, we know that. Don't you worry. We know that you're not a guaranteed dub for any team when you're rebuilding them. Jaguars, let's see it. I always like to see who the hell they played. Wildcard round, they beat the Chargers by 14. They beat the Chiefs by 1. Beat the Dolphins by 7. I like our odds. They do have the capabilities of putting up some high points, though, so we'll see. 95 overall for our team, by the way. Unbelievable. Offensively, Drake Lund's an X Factor, too. I mean, the whole damn offense is X Factor. Like, that is ridiculous. 5 X Factors on the offense side of the ball. Defensively, I don't know if anyone went up and down. AJ Terrell. Outside of AJ Terrell, who we guarantee because of the best DB award win. No DevOps. But Marion got to an 84. That's pretty good. Here it is, though. The Jaguars. Final game of this rebuild. Win or lose. Had ourselves a hell of a rebuild. We won a Super Bowl. Made it 3 straight playoff games there. Playoff berths. And then got to another Super Bowl in the 4th season. The 3rd of that kind of win, lose, win. Again, though, I really should like write these down or put them in Notepad or something, like the results of all these rebuilds so I can remember. Because obviously it's hard to remember these rebuilds. Like, I recently looked at the Michael Vick Superstar KO or Superstar Mode video I did. That was like almost 2 weeks ago. I could not believe that. Just like, I can't believe this score. How? How are we like 10 overalls better than them, yet we suck? All right, there you go. 10 minutes left with 12, well, 10 points left with 12 minutes left to go. To make the comeback. 3rd and 16. Again, here I am. Here I am. Don't worry about it. I got you guys. Last time I saved the day. We agree that I'm the savior. As we don't even catch the ball. Well, we're going to have to punt this ball away, which is almost a guaranteed score as it stands. 3rd and 4. 4th and 1. You got to get the stop. They're going to go for it here. You run the blitz, but I don't think you can run the, run commit. Because while I do believe run, I can't guarantee it. And I definitely can't now. That zig is crazy, but we did enough. We got the sack. Turnover on down. Smiley. Got the whole team smiling. Let's see if we can do it. Come on. Oh, and they threw a pick to Travis Hunter. Wow, Penix didn't want it. Wait, what? I don't know what just happened, but 3 minutes left. The team on 3rd and 3 has a chance. There's no way. Mid has been really bad for me. It's almost like the game is coded to guarantee a first down if someone's running mid to try and cancel out how OP it's been. But let's see if that's correct or not. And no, it's not. We get the stop. 2-minute warning. The comeback is crazy. Wayne. JJ. Come on. JJ the Jet Twain. I don't know what that even means. I'm in the right vehicle. Wow. What a block. Did you see that? Nice stiff arm by Wayne as well. Un-effing believable. Let's see if the team can do it on their own. I mean, they mainly did this, so I don't want to step on their shoes. And they don't need me. They scored too quickly. A minute left, up 4. The comeback is real from the 31-yard line. You've got like 2 plays to run. Let's see it. Run and prevent. Don't care. Do not care if they get something underneath to set something up. Don't care. It's hard to score on prevent. It really is. Especially with a play like that. That is garbage. Last time out. If anything is in play without it being a touchdown, the game is over. And the Falcons have actually redeemed themselves, making a comeback in the Super Bowl instead of choking. And he's going to take that underneath. I mean, barring a bad tackle play, we're going to win the Super Bowl 2 out of 3 years with an unbelievable, improbable comeback. What was the score? 24-7 or something ridiculous? And they scored like 21 or 25-6, something unanswered. It was ridiculous. Wow. That is crazy. We already seen the Super Bowl win, so I want to see this again. What was that score? Scoring summary. Oh, I missed the, they don't have the thing anymore. There used to be like the chart that would show like where it started off and like, it'd go up, down, but 21 unanswered in the 4th with 0 points in the 3rd quarter. Talk about clutching the F up. That is crazy. Let's take a look at the player stats. Penix was amazing in the end. Probably didn't start that way. Robinson did what he could. He fought. Drake London, great game. Pass rush, anything going on there? 2 for Kaplan, the DT. Beautiful. Pick for Hunter and a pick for Bates. Missed kick from Cam Little again. Okay. Way to go, buddy. And there you have it. We've done the thing. And here you have the team. Let's take a quick look at our players. JJ Wayne, 99, almost everything. Unbelievable. Short routes, really good. I mean, everything's good. Like, really good. Obviously, we try to, close the gaps every time there was a training camp or offseason where he had some upgrades. But a lot of those did go to Pitts, to be fair. Drake London, obviously, really damn good, too. Deep route, not so good. Usually you're going to have a little bit of a weakness for most players, unless they do get it on 99, like you see with Robinson. He probably got a little bit of trucking and stiff arm, I think. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Maybe that's what he starts with, which would be insane if he does. But, yeah, we close the gaps a lot more than usual. Usually we have a lot of weaknesses, but most of these players are pretty even. Didn't get break sack up, but, we got a lot of these guys just up. Let's take a look now at Mr. Pitts. Kyle Pitts, 92 overall, looking insane. Run block didn't really get up there, but he looks ridiculous. What else do we have? Lindstrom, no, I don't really care about the O-line too much. Smiley I do care about, though. 90 overall. Of course, they kind of built him as a block shedder. Didn't really focus any of the upgrades on my own on defense. I just pretty much let the AI do all of those. So they're going to be pretty one-sided, I would imagine, other than the pass rushers who are, if they're finesse, which most of them were, you're probably going to see pretty balanced stuff there because, again, speed rusher is just completely busted, needs to be nerfed. As you can see here, just again, the usual. Every time with speed rusher, it puts everything super high up. James Pierce, 90 overall. Like, you're really not developing like a side. You're just developing the entire player, which is just wild. But it's true. It is how it goes. We'll take a look at Burton, I think, and then we'll take a look at Firth, who I really just never thought had a chance. Again, kind of getting that boosted nose tackle archetype overall, so looks better than he actually really is. And then I guess Burton, who is an 86 overall superstar X Factor. Look at him go. Developing nicely. I guess we'll also take a look at AJ Terrell, because why the hell not? Maybe even Marion real quick. You can see AJ Terrell. I mean, look at that. That's some good coverage. Insane press. Looks solid. What about Marion, the 84 overall? Shakir Marion, 90 zone coverage. Fantastic. But anyways, that is going to be it for this Atlanta Falcons realistic style rebuild. If you guys enjoy this one, leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification to all if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays, not Madden content. When it's, once again, Borderlands 4, probably starting on Monday, I would imagine. So be on the lookout for that series, assuming that is a series, which I think it will be. It's going to be long again. I said that in one of the other videos, I think. But it's a game, I like Borderlands. 3 took a little bit of a drop off from 2, but I like Borderlands. I like to upload the series, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. So check that out. Biggest thing you can do, though, is let me know in the comment section below which team you'd like to see rebuilt next. Not sure if we'll be back with a video tomorrow, but definitely on Saturday with a rebuild and Panthers franchise. Probably Panthers franchise and a rebuild, but it could be Panthers franchise on Friday and then, Panthers franchise on Friday and Saturday. We'll see, though. But as always, there's going to be a lot of content to be shown, so be on the lookout for that. Regardless, thanks for watching. Hopefully you come back for next video, but until next video,